Hello friends, all of you. Today it is 11th day of my learning and speaking English. So as you know that already too much progress is going to be happen for me, and I am trying my best to give the best outcomes whatever I learn. So what are the topics I get teach or say about that. So already I talked in yesterday about the three dosas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Already I told you Vata is just like a air, Pitta is just like fire, and Kapha is just like a water. So Vata is air, Pitta is fire, and Kapha is like just water. What today the topic is that what are the three gun, what are the three gunas of our life. Already in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says about three gun: the tamas, the rajas, and the sattvic gun. Tamas, rajas, and sattvic gun. So basically today we are discussing about this. So let's start about the three gunas: tamas, rajas, and sattva. What is these things? In Indian philosophy, especially in the Bhagavad Gita, Sankhya and Ayurveda, all of nature and human behavior are said to be influenced by three qualities called gunas. So that is tamas. What is tamas? First of all, the very low, three of them, but tamas is also every one of them. Tamas is actually inertia and darkness. Nature, what is the nature of tamas? Happy, dull, inactive, resistant to change. What are the signs of tamas? And what are the, symptoms? You can say that. So, what are the signs of tamas? Laziness, confusion, procrastination, excessive sleep, hopelessness, or apathy. And example of tamas, a person who avoids responsibility spends the whole day living around and feels unmotivated. These are called tamas. Useful aspect, rest, recovery, and stability. But excessive tamas can lead to stagnation, ignorance, and poor health. Yes. So you can avoid to the tamas gun, but everyone has inside of that. Second one is rajas, activity and patience. Activity and patience. Nature is dynamic, energetic, ambitious, and outward moving. That is rajas. What are the signs of rajas? Desires and ambition, consistent about his goal, competition, restlessness, strong emotions such as excitement, anger, or craving. Example, someone who working hard to achieve a promotion, start a business, or gain recognition. Acknowledge me. You already know about Roman Reigns. He said that, acknowledge me. So just like that, accept me. So just like it is rajas, qualities of rajas. Useful aspect, motivation, productivity, and achievement. That is rajas. But the most important, you have to acquire this gun is sattva. Sattva gun is preference. You have to top number one list, sattva gun. Sattva is just like you can say that it's meaning clarity and harmony. What is the nature? Nature is balanced, clear, peaceful, and wise. Signs, what are the signs of sattva? Calmness, compassion, self-control, truthfulness, inner contentment, and clear thinking. Yes, this is the sattva gun. Example of sattva: a person who works responsibly, helps others maintain healthy habits and remain mentally balanced, composed, and calm. You can say that meditation, exercise, doing good good things. Useful aspect of sattva: wisdom, health, emotional stability, and spiritual growth. Excessive attachment to sat, even pride or in being pure, can become a subtle obstacle in some spiritual tradition. How's the gunas interact? Everyone has all the three gunas. They constantly change throughout the day. Situation like oversleeping and avoiding tasks, it is tamas gun. Running, rushing, competing, multitasking, that is rajas gun. Focus work, kindness, and mental peace, that is called a sattva gun. It is called sattva gun, as you can say that. But a simple way to remember these three gun, tamas, I don't want to move. Rajas, I want to achieve and obtain. Sattva, I understand and balanced and act wisely. Goal in many tradition. Many Indian spiritual tradition encourage reducing excessive tamas, regulating rajas and cultivating sattva. Because sattva is considered the clearest state of mind and learning, ethical living and spiritual insight. A practical approach is not to eliminate the other gun completely, but to use each appropriately. Tamas for rest, rajas for an action, and sattva for guidance and balance. So that is the important. Just taking an example of two, I am giving you two examples of the person. First one who cracking the government exams aspirants, you can say, and second one is the Gautam Buddha. As you know that Gautam Buddha. So first example, Gautam Buddha. Using Gautam Buddha are as example good way to understand why all three gunas are important. Before enlightenment, when Prince Gautam Buddha lived in the place, he enjoyed comfort and luxury. At times there was some tamas in the sense of being sheltered from a life deeper realities. Tamas provide stability and rest, but if dominates, a person may remain unaware or inactive. Seeking the truth, after seeing sickness, old age, and death, Buddha left the place. Buddha left the place and began as a spiritual quest. This inquired a great deal of rajas. Courage to leave comfort. Yes, you have to be also this gun adopt. Courage to leave comfort, determination to search for answer, discipline to practice and learn, effort to continue despite difficulties. Without rajas, he might this begins not starting the journey. After enlightenment, when Buddhas attain enlightenment, sattva become dominant. Clear understanding, compassion for all being, inner peace, wisdom, balanced action. His teaching reflects the qualities of sattva. Why all threes are important? Think of the gunas like a part of journey. Tamas, the ability to rest and remain grounded. Rajas, the energy to move and act. Sattva, the wisdom to know the right direction. If Buddha had only the tamas, he would have stayed in the places. If he had only rajas, he might have spent his life chasing goals without finding peace. So if he had only a sattva from the beginning, he still needed some rajas to reach, travel and help others. A simple way to see it. Tamas gives rest, rajas gives movement, sattva gives guidance. So actually a balanced life use all the three with the sattva leading, rajas serving and tamas providing necessary rest. So that is all the three I can already talking about. So the three gunas explained through a second one I already told you, giving a government job aspirant candidate. Imagine a student preparing for government job exam. His first one quality tamas, inertia, rest, stability. At first the student may procrastinate, spend too much time on the phone, sleep excessively, avoid studying. This is tamas. However, tamas is not always bad. The student also need proper sleep, rest after studying, recovery from fatigue. But without some tamas, the body mind cannot recover. Tamas say rest and stay wherever you are. But what about the rajas? Action, desire, ambition. Action, desire, ambition is also important to student. So the student decide, I want to clear the exam. Students for many hours daily, study for many hours daily, take mock test, compete with the other candidate, work hard to achieve success. This is rajas. You can say this is rajas. This is rajas provide motivation, energy, ambition, determination. These are all rajas. Without rajas, the student could never begin a serious preparation. Rajas says act, achieve and move forward. Sattva, the three qualities, the three of the qualities is sattva, which is wisdom, clarity and balance. A successful candidate also develop clear thinking, discipline, patience, honesty, emotional balance. The student studies smartly, follows a plan and stays calm even during a setbacks, obstacle, restraint. This is sattva. Sattva helps the student to choose the right strategy and remain mentally peaceful. Sattva says act wisely and stay balanced. Why are all three gunas important? Suppose crack government exams. Tamas gives you rest and sleep. Rajas gives you hard work and persistence. Sattva gives a focus, wisdom and balance. If they are only tamas, the student would never study. If they are only rajas, the student might become stressed and restless, anxious, stress, tension, depression, all the things happen. If there are only sattva without enough rajas, the student might understand what to do, the lack to drive to it. So simple formula, tamas is rest, rajas is effort, sattva is right direction. Success comes when tamas provide recovery, rajas provide action, sattva provide guidance. So a government job, therefore a government job candidate who succeed usually all the three with the rajas and sattva leading the way while tamas supports recovery and rest. This is all. According to the traditional Ayurveda and the Bhagavad Gita, food is also considered as a sattva gun, rajasic gun, and tamasic gun. So what is that? What are the things Food. Basically, I am explaining to you about the food of this. So let's start. Different food believed to be increase different gun. These are spiritual philosophical ideas rather than modern scientific category. Sattvic food increase sattva gun, clarity, peace and balance, which is very important. So what are the food we intake to increase this gun? These food are considered as a fresh, light and nourishing. Example are fresh fruit, fresh vegetable, milk and yogurt if they suit you, whole grain, rice, wheat, oats, moong dal and other light dals, nuts and seeds and khichdi you can take with sattvic. But what are the rajasic food? Increase energy, activity, patience, passion. So example is very spicy food, strong and tea, coffee, energy drinks, excessive chilies, very salty foods, deep fried food eaten for stimulation. Sometimes it gets to be over stimulation, so avoid these things. What are the tamasic food? Increase tamas, happiness, inertia. These food are traditionally considered heavy, stale or over processed. What are the example is that stale food kept too long, excessive junk food, overeating, pizza, burger, momos, all are tamasic food. Chips, you can take cold drink, soft drink, these are all tamasic food, you can avoid it. It is better for your health and even for your thinking and doing anything whatever you want. Very greasy or happy processed food that has spoiled. So these tamasic food which really not good for your life, not good for your health. What are the effect? Believe effect of tamasic is heaviness, sluggishness, excessive sleepiness and lack of motivation. Yes, lack of motivation you get tamasic food if you consume morely. However, rajasic you can still a little amount of you take. Sattvic food is very necessary to digestion, body and mind. You know already that body, mind and soul, whenever the three mix up, you can do anything in your life. You can do anything in your life, whatever you want. So these are all aspect of these things. I already told you about you an example and giving the food of rajasic, tamasic and sattvic food. See, so today these are the all concepts. Already today I make 5 lesson plans of English. Study is going to be good, but let's see, still more things left to do. So we will discuss more and hopefully the better things come up into my life. So today it is all the things. Let's go. We will meet again. So thank you very much. Bye bye. See you soon. Have a great day.